Catholic Charities has worked tirelessly for the past 70 years to live the gospel mandate to help those most in need within our community. Founded in 1945 as the Tampa Office of Charity by the Diocese of St. Augustine, our goal was to ease the burden on Catholic parishes, which were struggling to meet the needs of the poor in their communities. 70 years later, Catholic Charities has grown to $13 million, with over 170 employees and 300 volunteers that provide services to thousands of people, regardless of religion, in the Diocese of St. Petersburg's 5-county area.
Our mission remains unchanged from 1945, to extend Christ's mercy to those in need, serving them with compassion, charity, and respect in order to promote their sanctity and dignity, providing them with hope and lifting them up in their return to self-sufficiency. We do this through 3 umbrella ministries: Shelters of Hope, Friends in Need, and Foundations of Life.
Catholic Charities give hope to those in need in shelters where the old, the poor, the homeless, and the sick are kept dry, fed, clothed, and helped to regain their dignity of spirit and ultimately self-sufficiency. In places like Pinellas, Hope, an emergency shelter for 250 with permanent supportive housing for another 150.
We had some catastrophic events hit one after another. And my wife and I both got sick a little bit. Turned out that Carol was very sick and she was diagnosed with triple-negative breast cancer. It took a toll on us, and especially on Carol, financially and so forth, and we ended up in contact with Catholic Charities. They have open arms to all faiths. We're Protestant, but they serve everyone, and in this case they served us. They are doing the work of God, specifically obeying the words of Christ when he said, take care of the least of these. And the least of these could be you. You know, it was us.
Catholic Charities offers hope to all those in need as a friend to immigrants and refugees so that they too can share in the American dream, to fellow citizens down on their luck, offering a hand up, not a handout, with financial, housing, and employment assistance so that their American dream can be restored, to those who are sick, physically, mentally, and spiritually, through free medical clinics, respite care, and counseling.
I was in a pretty severe motorcycle crash, and got to the point where we were being evicted from our house. Our stuff was being moved out to the front yard. We had no place to go.
It was raining. I was scared to death. We were looking at homeless shelters, and Derek has some health issues, and so my concern was being out in the heat. So when we got the call, it was overwhelming relief.
Life was transformed completely. It went from, like earlier said, being scared, not knowing the future, but now life is comforting knowing that I have a place to go home to, a place to call home, a place where I feel safe.
Catholic Charities recognizes life as a foundational gift from God, where every human being is sacred from conception to natural death, offering those with unplanned pregnancies a life-affirming choice through our pregnancy centers, and planning for adoption of their newborn to loving adoptive parents, and to those grieving for a life prematurely lost, an opportunity to experience God's healing mercy.
There's been great transformation in people that have come through the doors at Catholic Charities. They come in afraid, they come in not knowing really where to turn, and not even really knowing that we can help them. However, once they've had an opportunity to speak with us and talk to the mentors there at the center, realize that there's a support group there for them. Volunteering with Catholic Charities, I'm a much happier person, more fulfilled, and I think I'm doing what Jesus wants me to do. Catholic Charities, to me, means support for life.
As Catholic Charities looks towards its next 70 years, we are dedicated to continuing providing help and creating hope for those most in need. We look forward to expanding our services more broadly throughout the diocese, and especially into Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus counties. We are dedicated to the goal of eradicating homelessness, We are committed to innovative solutions that improve the lives of those we serve. One such example is micropod housing that we are introducing to Pinellas Hope to provide residents with enhanced safety to improve their living conditions.
The time to help is now. Your contribution of time, talent, and treasure will help change the life of someone less fortunate than you. Catholic Charities will continue to follow Christ's gospel mandate to serve those in need within our communities. Will you join us?